Namaste, beautiful people, and welcome to our lovely, relaxing stretch for today. This is just a quick 15-minute daily stretch that will just give you exactly what your body needs. Begin in the center of your mat in a kneeling position. Arms out to the side as you inhale, lift your arms to the sky, join the hands together, reach up, take a big stretch here. Hold your breath at the top of that inhale for a moment. And then exhale, place the left hand down, right arm reaches over the head, reach the right arm towards the left side, gazes up towards the sky. Opening up the right side body here, really breathing through the chest in this stretch. Opening up those intercostal muscles in the ribs, letting your body breathe for a moment. Come back to center, arms up, inhale, reach as far as you can upwards. And then we're going to repeat the exact same on the other side. Right hand comes down, left arm overhead, reaching towards the right side. Opening up the left side body, breathe through the ribs, open up through the chest, gazes up towards the sky as much as you can. Just find a comfortable position here and then come back to center. Inhale, both arms up again, reach up as high as you can. Then we're going to go back over towards the first side, right arm over the head. Sweep the right arm forward and then we're going to go right into that left side, opening up through the left side body. Sweep the left arm forward, come round, back over with your right arm to the left side, open through the side body. Sweep forward again, right arm forward, place it down, left arm overhead. Stretch out through the side body again, gaze to the sky. Round again, back to that first side, open through the right side body. Really take a deep breath and then come back round. Over with the left arm over top of the head, stretch out through the chest. And then make your way back to center. Well done. Coming into tabletop posture now, wrists stacked underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're just going to take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, draw the belly down, take your gaze ahead, open up through the chest and the collarbones. Exhale, round through the back. We're just going to take a nice little crunch at the abs, drawing the chin in towards the chest as we exhale. Take a few rounds of this at your own pace, really warming up the spine, getting rid of any tension in the spine, in the upper body, and in the digestive system as well. So this is great if you've just eaten. Come back to a neutral position with the spine, place your hands slightly forward, and then we're just going to sink the hips towards the heels, untuck the toes. Draw your forehead towards the mat, elongate through the hands, stretching out the upper body, opening up the shoulder blades, breathing into the chest here, feel that expansion of the rib cage. Just take those deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose as well. Find a moment to relax, close your eyes and go inward. Notice if there's any areas in the body that you're holding tension. Notice any areas of the body that are feeling particularly loose today. And just when you notice these areas, take a quick mental note and just remember it for the rest of the practice. Just to make sure you can treat these areas with kindness, or you can go slightly deeper if the practice allows you to. So just take these moments to center yourself and set an intention for the rest of the practice. Slowly draw your forehead up off the mat. We're going to walk both hands over towards our left side, placing the left hand on top of the right. Getting into that right side body, particularly that right armpit and shoulder. Draw the forehead towards the mat as much as you can, but you may not be able to go as deep in this side child's pose. breathe into that right side body, noticing the expansion of the rib cage, the stretching of those intercostal muscles. Bring your head off the mat and walk your hands this time over to the right side. Right hand on top of the left. Draw your forehead to the mat again, this time going in deep in towards that left shoulder, the left armpit and the left side body. Again, take a few deep breaths here. Notice how this feels in the rib cage and in the side body. Breathing into those intercostal muscles and feeling them expand, feeling that stretch. Hold for another deep breath and then make your way back to center, hands straight up the mat. Hold here for a moment, just center yourself. And then we're slowly going to draw the hands forward as much as you can, bringing the hips up towards the sky. Melt your forehead and your chest towards the mat. If you want to go deeper, you can place the chin to the mat, gazes up towards the hands. We're just going to settle into this puppy pose. Take a nice deep breath here. Notice the stretch in the chest and the armpits. This is also great for the upper back, getting rid of any tension there and in the neck as well. Try and make sure your knees are directly below the hips, but if they're not, that is totally fine. Just make sure you're taking the stretch nice and easy. Hold and breathe throughout this practice, especially in this pose, because you can really get a deeper stretch with the deeper breaths as well. Just hold and close your eyes. When you're ready, we're going to round forward, drop the hips, come into Sphinx pose, settling down on your forearms. Fingers are splayed, getting a nice big surface area. Elbows underneath the shoulders, legs are far mat width apart. Untuck the toes if they're tucked under. Close the eyes and just lift up through the crown of the head, open the chest. If you'd like to add some movement into this posture, that'd be perfect. So maybe taking a few neck rolls, drawing one ear to the same shoulder and then rolling over slowly to the other side. Maybe you want to sway the entire upper body side to side, just to find a little bit of mobility, looking over one shoulder and then the other. Just do whatever your body is asking for, but do this with your eyes closed so that you're really noticing what your body needs. When you're ready, lower the chest towards the mat, place your hands beside the chest. We're just going to exhale and push up into our tabletop posture. Begin to walk the knees forward to the top of the mat and settle down onto your hips. When you meet me here, take your arms out in front of you and we're slowly going to recline down onto the mat, drawing the knees in towards the chest. Rest the head down, allow it to feel heavy to the mat, and just focus on drawing those knees into the chest. You can rock from side to side here just to get a nice little massage in the lower back, or you can stay static. Keep the eyes closed and breathe deeply. If you're moving from side to side, connect your breath with that movement, inhaling and exhaling as you move from side to side. Just hold for a few more seconds, activate that digestive system, stretch out the hips here. Release the hands down to the mat and place your feet down to the mat, close towards the hips. Join your knees together and we're just going to rock the knees from one side, come back to center and then the other. Try and keep your lower back on the mat as much as you can, but if it lifts off slightly, that's perfectly fine. This is a really great stretch not only for the hip flexors, but also for the spine and the lower back, getting rid of any tension you may feel here. If there's any clicks in the spine, that's perfectly normal. I'm the exact same. Just take this nice and slow, noticing how with each time you go towards one side, you may be able to get a little bit deeper. Draw the knees back in towards the chest, and this time lift the head so that you're drawing the nose to the knees. Hold here, and then we're going to extend the legs to the sky, flex the feet, relax the head back down. Pushing the heels up towards the sky as much as you can. Just run your hands up and down your calves and your hamstrings, noticing there's any tension here. Hands are placed behind the calves, and we're just pulling the legs gently in towards our body. You can take a slight bend here if that's alright for you, or you can straighten out your legs fully. Maybe even reach for the toes for a deeper stretch, or the ankles. Then come back into our ball pose with our legs up towards the chest, head up towards the knees. Place the legs back down, feet to the mat, and we're just going to allow both knees to fall towards the right side. Gazes over to the left. The lower back can come off the mat slightly here just to get a deeper stretch in the spine. Just hold here and breathe. Notice any tension melt away from the spine. Close the eyes again and go inward. Slowly make your way back up to neutral, the knees up towards the sky, and then we're going to fall over to the other side this time. Gazes over to the right side. If you like, you can cactus the right arm so that it's in a 90-degree angle, fingertips pointing upwards. This will just get a nice little stretch in the chest and the shoulder. Just release any tension that you feel here. Again, close the eyes, go inward. Take those deep breaths and notice all that tension just melt away. Begin to open your eyes to a soft gaze and bring your knees back to center. When you're ready, extend out the legs nice and straight. Hands down beside you, palms towards the sky, relax the head. Allow the body to feel heavy to the mat. Allow all that tension to just melt away. Take a nice deep inhale, fill up the lungs with beautiful oxygen. And as you exhale, we're just going to sigh it out. Get rid of any negativity, any stress that's been weighing you down. It doesn't serve you. Inhale positivity, gratitude. Thank yourself for this practice. Thank yourself for your healthy and wonderful body. Just do a quick body scan. Scan the head. Is there any tension in the forehead, or the eyes, or the mouth, or the jaw? If there is, let that tension go. Allow the shoulders to relax away from the ears. Relax the neck. Is there any tension there? If there is, mentally let that go. Do a quick scan of the rest of the body, places we usually hold tension, the hands, the chest, maybe even the belly, the ankles, the toes. If you're pointing your toes, just let them be natural. Let the feet fall away from one another, open up the legs slightly more, maybe mat width apart. Feel any tension on the inside, any stress, any negativity. Just let that go. Any knots in the digestive system, any bloating, let that go. Any tightness in the chest that's emotional and stressful, breathe it out. Take those deep inhales and exhales and remove all that negativity, replacing it with positive. Close your eyes and go inward and just know what your body needs. Hold for just a few more seconds. When you're ready, open your eyes and lift your arms up above your head, point the toes, take a nice big stretch of the chest here and the entire body. Breathe it out. Then we're going to slowly roll on to one side, bend the legs, and when you're ready, push up into a seated posture. Just going to take a moment in this seated posture just to end the practice. Set an intention for the rest of the day, or if you're doing this in the evening, set an intention to have a lovely deep sleep. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.